Welcome to the show, ladies and gents. We're here. We talk about wrestling.
Charlotte beat me. I put you in a neck brace before. I have no problem doing it again.
You haven't seen it, honey? I was...
Oh, bitch! No, the fuck y'all did. So much balls. There's too much balls on that ref. Too many red balls. Look at all these balls. Look at this. Damn! Oh, Jesus! We are witnessing child abuse on TV, Lord. Oh, have mercy. Now, watch your mouth when you talking to me, ho. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. You ain't getting nothing. You don't get nothing. You either earn it or you don't. You pasty bitch. That ain't how this works. Uh-oh, hit him with a zigzag. Let's go, baby. Let's go, dog. Let's go. I'm fucks with it. We sick of your shit.
Hey, girl, hey. Life, relationships, pop culture.
Well, go ahead. I'm listening. And he'll be looking at me. He will be looking at me and he will go to sleep. He will go to sleep. Look at me in my face. I'm talking to you.
We talk about it all, baby. So, y'all ready? I know y'all ready. Because it's showtime. And that's on the ancestors, baby.
Well, ladies and gents, I'm tired. Monday Night Raw is over. Okay. It was a decent show. Hello to everyone. I can't see. Glasses. Oh, let me get my glasses on, child. All right. Kelly said, did y'all brush y'all tongue today and wash y'all ass? Also, fuck Christopher Columbus. Hello. Well, y'all, I'm just tired. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I'm tired. We gonna make this real simple and sweet. We not gonna, do too much. There was a fallout of Extreme Rules today, and everybody, was pretty much still talking about The Fiend and his return to WWE, or more specifically, Bray Wyatt's return. Everybody's speculating. Everybody's trying to figure out who's going to show up where. But we got some nice pieces in the show today for Monday Night Raw. And this was a very good after show for Extreme Rules. Okay, so let's just dive into what we saw. Now, Roman and the girls, the CMB and Nino Brown, opened up the show. For whatever reason, they decided to have the Bloodline on Raw. Obviously, ratings, Roman's is a rating booster. And of course, Sami Zayn being with them even makes it even better. But this turned into a situation where Roman was getting ready to chastise Jey Uso, essentially, for not, keeping himself together and, not being a weak link within the Bloodline. Sammy chimed in and decided he would do it. Since he made him responsible for Jay, he said, I'll, try to get Jay together. He was like, man, Jay, you just got to be cool. Jimmy's pretty cool. He happy. He's smiling. He do his job when Roman call on him. Solo, he's a strong, silent type, but Solo gets the job done. He's cool. You are always on 1,000. We just need you to just be cool, And Jey Uso ain't trying to hear that shit. He like, Roman, like, cuz, are you serious right now? Like, you got to be ribbing me. You know what I'm saying? You cannot be serious about having this man check me. He not even family, bro. Like, what is going on? Roman like, don't look at me, look at him. Clearly, the tide has changed in the bloodline, and Roman is just tired. Now, the story is developing for itself within the bloodline. I think within the next couple of months, we're going to start to see the deterioration of the bloodline. They are at full capacity. Nobody has been able to touch them. And every time a faction gets like that, it is bound to fall. Empires fall. There is no exception. And the bloodline's empire will crumble beneath Nino Brown's feet. It is only a matter of time. With all that being said, Matt Riddle came out to challenge Roman to another title match, to which Roman declined, and Sami Zayn was peer pressured into wrestling Matt Riddle. This led to a peculiar conversation between Jey Uso and Roman Reigns. Apparently, Paul Heyman planned a big night for the tribal chief, and he decided to take Solo with him and leave Jimmy and Jay back at the show to help Sami get a win over Matt Riddle, to which we just saw didn't necessarily work out in his favor. He told Jey Uso to ensure the honorary Uso won the match, but Jey Uso didn't do that. In his attempt, air quotes, to ensure he won the match, he cost him the match. So there was that, to which I'm sure Roman is going to make him answer for on Friday. If he shows up on Friday, totally up to him. We got to see the entire montage clip of Bray Wyatt coming back to the E and his whole, or the puppets that have come to life. We got to see all of that once again. And he left a cryptic message. He said, revel in what you are. Now, there was a QR code that popped up in the show. It was on the backpack of one of the, I don't think my TV is clear enough for me to catch that stuff sometimes, but it was on the backpack of one of the people inside the arena standing behind Miz. I did not get to see what it said, but if one of y'all did, kudos to you, but I was unable to get that information. So I don't know everything, but I do know that Bray Wyatt is still leaving breadcrumbs within the WWE. And of course, he is leaving very cryptic, very odd, creepy messages. And he will be on SmackDown this Friday. All right. So that wasn't Sammy's fault. Jay tweaking. Very much so. I did say that Jey Uso cost him the match. All right, y'all. So let's move on. The very first match of the night was between Austin Theory and Johnny Gargano, which this match was actually fairly solid. It looked like Austin Theory was going to win. He looked really solid in the match. He's growing a beard, which I think makes him look better, because when he just had that fuck ass shit that he be wearing, I don't like that. But the beard he's growing in seems to be growing in nicely, and he looks fairly decent with the beard. He's an okay looking dude, but I'm just not attracted to him the way you would be attracted to a man, I'm not attracted to him like that. You're just like, oh, he's cute, whatever. Anyways, him and Gargano had a fight. Gargano was able to hit him with his patented DDT in the end, and Theory ended up losing to his mentor. He has not been able to best his mentor on any level, whether it be in tag team competition, whether it be one-on-one where he's trying to catch him off guard, or whether it be just a normal wrestling match. Theory is still 2 steps behind of Johnny Wrestling. So I don't know where this is going to lead, but it seems like the two of them are on a collision course to fight again. And I've been saying this for months. If it were me and I had it my way, he would put that briefcase on the line in a triple threat match at Crown Jewel, and it'd be KO versus Johnny Gargano versus Theory for the briefcase, and I would give that briefcase to Kevin Owens. That's just me. Okay? Okay. Now we also got a match between fuck-ass Bob Bailey and Candice LeRae. Now, Candice got a win over Bailey. Bailey tried to hit her with that rose plant, and Candice was able to cleverly roll her up and get the pin. Now, of course, Bailey was very pissed off about it. Candice got out of the ring, but she forgot that there were 2 other members that are in Damage Control that are obviously on a warpath and upset that Bianca was able to best all 3 of them all by herself in a ladder match for her championship this past Saturday. So they took out Candice and beat her down. While they was beating her down, Bianca came out there to even the score, but she was no match for all 3 members of Damage Control. They were on a warpath, and they made sure Bianca understood that this wasn't over, and Bailey was not going to stop trying to go after that championship. She lost fair and square, true enough, but Bailey is not done with Miss Bianca Belair, unfortunately for us. Now, Damage Control, I don't know exactly what they're going to do. I did see them mention Asuka and Bliss, but nothing came of that. Those 2, it seems like, have been pulled from the story. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I'm hoping that it is, I'm hoping that it is something that is going to be leading us to something else. Like, I'm hoping that the reason why they were pulled from the story is because somebody else is going to replace them. One can only hope that it's going to be Sasha and Naomi, but even if it isn't, I just hope that they make it so that the replacements are worthy and that we get an even kill here. Now, one thing we did get is Judgment Day coming out there talking and bragging about, Concerto and Beth. I didn't watch that because it was going to piss me off, so I fast forwarded through it. AJ Styles, however, came out, and AJ Styles brought back the Good Brothers. Okay, so Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows have returned to the E. Now, if you don't know where they've been, I'll give you a little history lesson into what they've been doing. They've been going back to Japan. They've been going on in the indie circuit, but they've also been wrestling heavily in AEW during Kenny Omega's title reign, and they were heavily wrestling in Impact as champions. I believe they just dropped the titles at Bound for Glory because they got them back from the Motor City Machine Guns. If I'm wrong, somebody will correct me. But I believe they just dropped them. Otherwise, they got them from they left Impact, and they now are in the E and they're wrestling, and they've pretty much brought back the club in the E to combat against Judgment Day. Now, they don't have an answer for Rhea Ripley, and they need one. I don't know what they're gonna do, but they better figure that shit out. Okay. I like the fact that Dominic got upchucked today. That was. Can you turn it down just a little bit? I like the fact that Dominic got uppercutted dead in his shit today. That was nice. And Rhea Ripley was bragging about hitting Beth with that concerto. Now, they've since left, Edge and this story with him and Judgment Day it seems to be pretty quiet. There's no response to that. Now, what I think is going to happen, because there's no reason, and I say this, don't nobody jump on me, but just hear me out first before everybody gets mad. War Games is coming up after Crown Jewel, right? So there's no real contingent for the bloodline in any way, shape, or form. So my thing is, with War Games, there needs to be something going on with War Games to make it worthwhile. All right. You can't do War Games and not have enough people in it or enough animosity between the two teams to make it work. My assumption is that War Games is going to have the club and Edge versus Judgment Day. Rhea Ripley is probably going to be involved in the women's War Games.
I don't have any more of that.
Wait, I might have some network. So, I see Rhea Ripley probably joining Damage Control. Either that or Rhea is not a part of War Games at all. And by that time, Beth is recovered enough and she comes and take Rhea out. So she is not a factor in that War Games match. Okay. So that's the only thing that I can think of for War Games right now, to have a massive amount of people. Even if they do it like 5-on-5, like they most definitely would need, because like Ray's not gonna fight his son. Like he's not gonna do it. And if he does, I'll be fucking shocked at this point. Like it's been over a month, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like you standing in the ring. I understand. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like saying, oh, well, fuck your son. But and in a sense I am, because he said fuck you many times. And the way I see it is, respect is given. Like I earned the right for respect. I took care of you. I raised you. I done fed you. I clothed you. I done gave you everything you needed to succeed in this world. And this is how you repay me. No, I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't give a fuck about nobody being in the ring, being mad. You keep talking about living under people's shadows. And I'm like, well, you don't have no problem with that massive ass shadow Rhea Ripley Coochie cast over your head. You don't have no problem with that. You all right with that, sir? Ma'am? Okay. You are 100% okay with that. So, I mean, shit. Your ass was nepotism central, bitch. Like the fuck? Oh. Not even the Rockstar got that kind of treatment. Your ass was on the main roster and ain't wrestled a day in your life in the ring. We all like, what the hell? They said just put him in the middle of shit. Okay. All right. Trust in him. Trust in it, I guess. Anyway, child. So we got to see the Good Brothers come back and the reforming of the club. Now, The Miz had a birthday celebration with his wife, Maurice. The Miz birthday celebration is an interesting thing, okay? It was funny, but it was very obvious that Dexter was coming to tear some shit up, obviously. I was just like, child, sometimes all of this grandiosity, like, this seemed like Miz shit with his wife is always very old school, with the birthday parties and weddings and like anniversary celebrations. Like, he's very old school when it comes to that kind of stuff. Congratulations to Seth Rollins. Him holding the title is long overdue. Dang, this Raw must have been eventful. My little sister thinks Austin Theory is cute. Then again, she's 14 years old. I mean, yeah, but his lips ashy. His lips a little too ashy for me. Dakota and Io need to start having matches and defending them titles. Girl, I don't know when they're going to defend it, but she had a very tall Goro-esque ponytail on her head today and still put them two braids in the sides of them, and I'm just like, girl, please spare us, okay? I don't know what's going on. I mean, it's a cute wig, but Jesus Christ, like, girl, really? I guess. Yeah, Darren always thought Darren Theory was cute. I'm okay on Austin Theory. He's all right looking, but he ain't nothing to call home about. Now this match was scheduled tonight. It didn't really go the way I thought it was gonna go because Cowboy Brock showed up and attacked Bobby Lashley, which I'm gonna be honest, I ain't give a fuck about it. Cowboy Brock attacked him, messed his arm up with that Chimera lock, and Seth Rollins goaded him into a match to which he almost was able to, hold his own, but eventually Bobby Lashley succumbed to the curb stomp, and it was many of them. Seth Rollins is now your new United States champion, which I am not mad about at all. Now, everybody's wondering how this is going to play out in Survivor Series, and I already told you guys, Survivor Series is not about brand versus brand or champion versus champion. That is what Triple H said. He said Survivor Series is going to be storyline based. So, it's kind of been changed. There's some changes on the horizon for Survivor Series. Now, do I still think they should do champions versus champions? I do. I think that's fun. I would love to see Ronda and Bianca go at it. Maybe if Bianca keeps the title beyond Crown Jewel, I want to see that. I want to see what they're going to do with that. Hopefully, we'll get a cleaner match. Well, we probably will because Bianca's a stronger worker than Liv is. You'll get a cleaner match with her and Ronda than you will with the one we got with Liv and Ronda. With all that being said, I don't expect to see the championships, basically the champions competing against each other at Survivor Series, although I wouldn't mind it. It doesn't make sense to make him drop the title to Seth if you're going to have him go up against Gunther. You know what I'm saying? So I think Gunther's going to drop that title at Crown Jewel as well. I think that that's happening. I think that that's happening. Okay. The Rock's daughter got a new name and an announcing job, and we got Dominic on TV. The nepotism isn't adding up these days. Maybe her announcing job is because of that knee injury she suffered, and they may be just, treating her with kid gloves. You know what I'm saying? I think he's cute also, but I feel too old to think about him any further. I mean, it ain't that. Plus, he annoying as fuck. That it's more of that tears up for me. It's more along those lines. Yes, I'm here for Bobby versus Brock. Let's run it back round 2. I'm good on both of them fools. I do not care about that match in the slightest. I do not care. But that I realize that match is not for me. That's for the Saudi crowd. So, okay. So they can live their best life, honey. Because it is not for me. It is not for me. Those are not the big meaty men slapping meat that I want on my screen. I miss Big E too much. Can you tell? Yeah, girl, we can tell. We can tell, girl. We can tell a lot. We know, girl. We know. We know you miss him. I miss him. She said, I don't know, Aaliyah, maybe Simone was progressing in her training, so they took her out of the ring. Oh, these are cute. I mean, that's true, too. Like I said, they probably might be treating her with kid gloves because of the knee injury. So they might want to put her on that. And maybe that's something she wanted to do, you know? She's also coming off of a knee injury. Oh, I didn't know that part. Yeah, she had a knee injury. She was wrestling when they was doing the house shows, but I guess when they did one, she suffered a knee injury, or was it in practice? I'm not sure where she suffered the injury, but she did suffer one. They reported it, and she's been out for like a year. You know, similar to Bailey, and I think they just want to ease her back into things. When people get injured like that, WWE becomes very gun shy. Um, that's just the reality of things. They become very, very gun shy. Anyways, so what else happened? We only had one women's match on this whole show. Oh, we had Chad Gable going up against Rey Mysterio. I can't remember if Rey won that match or not. Dom and them attacked him. Like, they was out there the whole time, which I still do not fucking understand. But, you know, whatever. I mean, at this point, y'all have done everything y'all could do to him. There's nothing else you could do. You done took his son, turned his son against him. His son basically don't want nothing to do with him. He been attacking him for weeks, and the man don't want to fight him. So, like, in my opinion, leave him the fuck alone. Like, I don't like that shit. I don't. Yeah, she had a torn ACL. I don't like seeing grown men cry on TV. That's not something that I care about. There are two things that irritate my soul when it comes to wrestling stories, and that is when men or women are being treated in such a disgusting manner. Like, if you are emasculating a man, or you are trying to manipulate or destroy a woman's psyche in front of me, I get very, 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 very angry. I don't like that. And I do not like watching people's children do that to them either. I don't like that. I get very upset. So I don't care what happens to Dominic. He can fall off a bridge for all I care. I'm at the point where I just want them to find a new target. AJ Styles seems to be the next target for them, or it seems that's where it's heading. They already done incorporated him somewhat into the story. Now they got the Good Brothers in there, and of course they have Edge still looming over all of this. So hopefully what we'll get out of this is some comeuppance. The only thing that I see is like Dom, ripping off his father's mask, which it looked like he was trying to do today, and Saturday it looked like he was trying to do it Saturday, which I don't like that trope either. They do it all the time when it involves Rey Mysterio, and I can't stand that. And I just feel like it's obviously very sacred for a lucha to wear their mask. I don't like when they do that. I don't like it at all. I find this to be very disrespectful. I understand that Ray probably agrees to do it, but in my mind, it looks disrespectful. Therefore, it is. I don't care what nobody says. So I'm not sure what they're gonna do, but I'm hoping that they do make this play out in War Games, and then it's finally fucking over, and we don't have to see this anymore. And even if Judgment Day wins, I just want this to be over. Like, straight up, Keisha Cole. I'm just sick of it. I'm tired. I'm tired of all of it. And if I don't see Rhea Ripley laid out somewhere, prostrate before the Lord, I'm gonna lose my shit. Because that bitch is owed a ass whooping. And we're not talking about just some light taps with a fucking kendo stick. We talking about a good old fashioned country ass whooping. And I want to see it. I want to see it. The only thing left to do is to pull up in a lowrider and run Dom over. Now that's some do dirty stuff. Ciao, boom. Okay. Oh, I'm tired, y'all. Now, like I said, we got one return from the Good Brothers. They continue some storylines, others they moved on from. And it seems like Bray Wyatt is going to be manipulating us for quite some time. We don't know who he's going to go after or what he's going to do. We just going to have to wait and see. With all that being said, that was it. That was Monday Night Raw. It really wasn't a super long show. DX had their 25 years. Which, I mean, good for them. You know, I'm not shitting on it. They had 25 years. Respect. I didn't watch the celebration. I'm just going to be honest. I had no need to. Or actually tell Dom he's adopted. That freaking kill him character-wise. Not really. I mean, right now he hates his father, so that probably be the greatest thing in the world to him. Which, I'm like, all right. I disown his ass and write his ass out the will. I'm like, okay, since this your fucking family, everything that I was going to give to you, I'm just going to give it to your sister. Yep. Everything I was giving to you, I'm going to give to your sister. You're not getting shit. You don't deserve nothing. You don't get nothing. I'm not giving you nothing. I tell him in front of everybody. And like, Rhea Ripley says she's your new poppy now, I hear. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you found somebody to take care of you. And like, I don't have to worry about you anymore. You right about that, baby. You are right about that. Because one thing about it and two things for sure. You are not getting a dime of my money. You can go and be in this family if you want to. Let them write their will for you. Everything that I was going to give you is now going to your sister. Good night and good luck. When you come back, yeah, the lock's going to be changed. You can't come in my house. Don't ask your mama for the key because she's not going to give it to you either. You have disrespected me too many times, and I am officially disowning you. You can no longer wear the name Dominic Mysterio. Call yourself Judgment Day, since they're your new daddy now. And then I walk my ass up out of there. You're like, you can't do that. The fuck I can't, bitch. Change your birth certificate and everything. Be like, Rhea Ripley is your poppy. You can go live at her house. Okay? Go live at her house and tear her shit up. You with them big ass feet. JD Dom. It's the nail filing that's taking me out. Child boom. Okay. Because it's on site for me. If I was them, ain't no way. I'm like, Triple H, you ain't writing this right. I'm going to rewrite this story. Because this leaves people with so much anger and animosity. I understand we got to build the story up, but girl, somebody got to get something. I'm trying to get this damn shit off my nails, child. But anyways, so Friday, Bray Wyatt is showing up. Everybody thought he was going to be on SmackDown Raw permanently, but it looked like he going to be wherever he want to be. Well, y'all, I don't know how this going to work out for him, but all I can tell him and the buzzard and the bunny rabbit and good old Ham the pig and Abigail is good luck, honeys. Okay. And don't let y'all Master Bray Wyatt write a check that your ass can't cash. Because that happens sometimes. Okay? Now, I'm just saying, like, real talk, I don't see, going back to the bloodline, I don't see anybody, like a team of 4 or 5, really contesting the bloodline at this moment. They haven't done any of that. They are building up Judgment Day. And now they've got the Good Brothers back. And it seemed like that's where they're headed. They're probably going to go inside that cage, which I'm not too mad about. Like, I can vibe with that. You know? Now, the women, I don't know what they're going to do with the women. I don't know. I know Candace is probably going to be on the squad, which obviously that's going to make Nicole very, very happy. But it seems like Candace going to be on the squad. They're going to have Candace, Bianca, and I don't know who else could be in it, but they got to find somebody. I mean, they can always put Bliss and Alexa in there, but they got to find somebody to be in the child. Anyways, that is it, y'all. There wasn't a lot on Raw, but the pieces that they gave us were pretty big and significant. Like, they gave Judgment Day a real big spot in the middle of that show. And they also gave the Good Fellas, like the Good Brothers, really a lot of time. We did get to see Kevin today, but we did get to see Dexter, so I guess that worked. I would have brought out Indy since Maurice is there. I would have brought out Indy so she could creep out Maurice and start stalking her, so her and Dexter can do it together. I just thought that would have been so cute. I know it's weird, but I just think it would have been cute. I don't know what they're doing with the other girls, but it looked like leading into next year, they're gonna start over fresh. They just push it through all the storylines, and then they're gonna start over fresh once they get done with WrestleMania. So, y'all, I only been on live for 37 minutes. Usually I'll be on here a long time because it'd be a lot to talk about. But it wasn't this time, okay? So y'all make sure y'all follow me on the gram. I'm going to do a storyline recap of everything that has happened at Extreme Rules. I'm going to make sure that I do one on the podcast for you guys. But I did do some commentary tonight. You can always go to my page. It's down there on the ticker tape scrolling. I do makeup reviews and makeup hauls on my other channel for YouTube. So you can head on over there and look at some stuff that I've recently acquired makeup wise. And some of the stuff I'm going to test out really soon. You can always drop a couple bucks in my Cash App to help me maintain this thing because it's real big and I need help. Okay. You can always help the cause and donate to the cause. The Cash App is down scrolling on the ticker tape as well. And of course, you can always follow me on Instagram. I am always on my Instagram at some point because I'm always getting messages or always got to post something. You can also follow me on Twitter, where occasionally I may tweet something out on Twitter. But yeah, that is where we are. Okay. I give you a quick reminder for NXT. It is tomorrow. And of course, we got Halloween Havoc coming up. And I believe Halloween Havoc is it's next week. Halloween Havoc is next Saturday on the 22nd of October. So they have 2 weeks until Halloween Havoc, which is pretty fucking gnarly, okay? So you've got right now the triple threat match between these three. You also have the North American ladder match for the NXT North American title. You've got Praying Mantis Cora going up against Roxy. And you have Julius Creed going up against Crabapple Old Man Damon Kemp in an ambulance match. So we got a lot of havoc going on in this Halloween, okay? But y'all make sure y'all follow me on my socials, and y'all have a good night. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you didn't, I mean, we got 2 more shows to watch this week, so try to enjoy them. I'm going to go live and do Freestyle Wednesday, as I always do. And we can talk about all the other stuff we need to talk about. We got a couple topics we're going to talk about this Wednesday. I ain't going to bring up the Try Guys because ain't nothing new came out yet other than them being on their podcast talking about Ned. I don't want to talk about him no more. We're going to talk about a few things, the SBC chat, and we're going to do the HBCU confessions, okay? So, y'all make sure y'all come back here, follow me, and I will see you guys in my next one, okay? Y'all have a good night.
Thank y'all so much for coming and being part of my show. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe on the channel. It really helps to get my content out there for everybody to see. And I feel like even though we're a wrestling channel, we talk about a little bit of everything over here when I go live. So make sure you guys follow me on my social media as well. All of my socials are the same at Sack Design TV 2. You can find me on Twitter, and you can find me on Instagram, and you can find me on Facebook if you're a little nerd and you like Facebook. But don't forget to follow me and subscribe, and make sure you rate my videos and get that algorithm up to push it up so I can start being a little bit more professional, so I can start making some coins. Okay? I will talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.